All right. So remember, raise your hand when you have an answer. All right. Who remembers the name or the title of our story from last week? Remember the story we read? We read it every day last week, either in whole group, small group. Aiden, you remember? You don't? Remember, you even took a three-part test on it on Friday.
I don't remember that.
What is a
Pal?
Janera? Who else said it?
Pal.
Pal. What is a pal? So what is a pal was our story from last week. Can somebody tell me what the story was about? Remember we talked about main idea and how main idea tells you what the story is about? Can anyone remember the main idea? What was the story mainly about? Sophia?
Pal.
Pals, and who can be a pal and how you can be a pal and the things that pals do. Janera, what was one thing that is said that pals do together?
Like a friend.
A pal is your friend. What was one of those words to know that they said you can do together? Sophia? Very good. Play. Play was one of our words to know, and you are right. A pal can play with you. What else can a pal do? I'm thinking of a word that begins with an H. Savannah? Aiden, I'm going to have to let your Nana know you're not behaving well. Sit down and stop making so much noise, please. Thank you. You don't have to give me the H word, Savannah. Just give me something else that pals do together. Help. There you go. You thought of the word that I was thinking about. Pals help each other. They help each other. Very good. So this week, our story of the week is called The Storm. What do we know about storms? Ryan, what do you know about a storm? Tell me one thing you know about a storm. I can't hear you. You're muted. It can be really rainy. Yes, normally during a storm we have rain. What else do we have? Ava, what else do we have during a storm?
I don't know.
You don't know? What's that stuff that lights up the sky really bright?
Lightning?
Lightning. And sometimes we have lightning. Aiden, what do we have sometimes?
Like a tornado.
A tornado can be a part of a storm. You are right.
It's like so. Five thunderstorm, like I saw 5 lightning bolts.
5 lightning bolts. Janera, what else do you see during a storm? Huh, Janera?
Whirlwind is something.
Yeah, like a whirlwind, the wind is going all crazy. Raise your hand if you get scared during a storm. I know I get scared. I do not like storms. Look at Ryan up there. He's so cool. He's like, I don't get scared. Oh, he does get scared. Oh, okay.
I do get scared because I thought thunderbolt would strike off my house.
I mean, storms can be pretty scary at times. All right, so guys, let's look at our story. As I said, our story of the week is titled The Storm. So I'm going to let you guys listen to a video of it. I want you guys to pay attention because, again, we have our words to know. And then when we're done, I'm going to talk to you all about those words to know, okay? All right, so get ready. You'll see it in just one moment. And if you don't see it, just let me know. I'm pulling it up in a second. All right, guys, and then also while you are listening to the story, while we're listening to the story, I want you to mute your mics so that everyone can hear clearly, okay? And leave it muted until the end, unless you need to come off because you need to tell me you can't hear or see, okay? Shake your head. All right, thank you. All right, so you guys will see it in a second.
Did the thing come up yet?
Yes. Can everyone see?
No, I can't see it.
Shake your head if you cannot see my screen at all. If you can see my screen, you can't see my screen?
No, I can't see the video though.
Okay, so just give it 1 second, okay? And I want everybody to take themselves, you can take yourselves off of mute just for this moment, just because I want you to be able to tell me if you can't see.
There's 2 cameras.
Okay, so that means you can see my screen then. If you can see two cameras, that means you can see my screen. That's what my screen looks like. All right, so can you all see this?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, all right, so we're good to go.
We can see. No. You can't see the video.
The name of today's selection is The Storm. It was written and illustrated by Raul Colon. And Raul Colon, here he is. Not only did he write the story, he drew all these pictures. And when he was a little boy in Puerto Rico, he was often very sick. And so he had a lot of time to spend drawing. He even made his own comic books. Today, Mr. Colon lives in New York, and he works as an artist, drawing all these pictures, and as a writer. This is a realistic fiction selection. It's made up, but it could really happen. And we're going to be thinking about what happens during a storm. Pop has come in. Look, he is wet. Tim and Rip ran to him. Here's Tim. Here's Rip. I don't know why they're running to him. Oh, it's their grandpa. Tim, Rip, and Pop have fun. Looks like the mom and the dad are going someplace. He's here to babysit. Tim had to go to bed. Grandpa's saying it's time for you to go to bed. It looks like it's about 8 o'clock. Look up at that. There's some lightning. Looks like he's scared. What did Tim and Rip see? Tim hid in his bed. Rip hid too. Look at him. He's going underneath that rug. He came in to check on him. Look what Pop had for Tim. Tim had a sip. So maybe he thinks that will make him feel better. Pop had a hug for Tim. He had a hug for Rip too. So, to make him feel better, it looks like he gave him a sip of a drink that he liked and a hug. What a nice grandpa. Pop sat during the storm, so he'll feel less nervous and be able to relax and fall asleep. So let's look at the questions. How does Tim show his feelings? Okay, so let's look at the beginning of the story. Let's see what kind of feelings Tim had at the beginning. Oh, he's excited. He's glad to see him. And it says that he ran to him. When you're glad to see somebody you haven't seen maybe in a long time, you run to them. So he shows he's happy and glad someone's there by running to them. And then over here, he showed his feelings by hiding in his covers of his bed. He was showing that he was scared. Over here, he's looking really appreciative, very thankful that his grandfather is there to comfort him. He's showing those feelings by sort of melting into his arms.
Oh no, I'm thinking
Over here, he's just showing that he's feeling very secure and sleepy. I don't know if sleepy's a feeling, but he's definitely relaxed. You can see it by the expression of his face. Okay, let's see what the other question is. How does Pop help Tim? And notice I'm going back into the story, looking at the pages. How does Pop help him? He started helping him during the storm. He was comforting him by giving him a sip of water and hugging him, staying there with him and reading a book. What does Tim see and hear during the storm? Let's look at the pictures. What did he see? Lightning. And you can imagine he also heard thunder. Though it didn't say that. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Were you able to watch the video? Awesome. Good job. Great. That is awesome. And it looks like we have a pretty good turnout this morning. That's even more awesome. All right, so remember to raise your hand if you know the answer to this question. Remember, our words to know are highlighted in yellow. Remember, as they were reading the story, did you see any words to know? Like any important words? Savannah? Two, very good. Two is one of our words to know. Sophia? Look was a word to know. Awesome. Anybody know any more? Janera? You're muted, Janera. I can't hear you. There you go. Did you say of? Have. Very good. Have. I was like, of is one of our sight words, but have. Gotcha. All right. Any more? Anybody remember any more? Sophia, you got another one? Four. Very good. Ava, you got one? Pow was last week's. But good job. All right. All right, Destiny, you have one? Help was from last week too. So for this week, we had, let's see if you guys can see that. We had he, we had look, we have, two, four, and what. Those are all some of your words to know. And some of those words to know are even some of your sight words. So, all right. So who can tell me, let's see, before we get there, hold on one second, guys, because my son is in class and he's loud. Hold on a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right, so this week we are going to talk about characters. Who can tell me what a character is? Who thinks they know what a character is? If I say that we have 5 characters in a book, what am I saying to you? What is the character? Anybody know? It's okay if you don't know because I'm going to tell you. So a character is the people or the animals that have a part in a story. So if I was telling you the story of Jack and Jill, who's heard the story of Jack and Jill? Just raise your hand. Jack and Jill went up the hill. All right, so the characters in Jack and Jill are Jack and Jill. They are the 2 people in the story. So like, who watches Paw Patrol? Raise your hand if you watch Paw Patrol. All right, so the characters in Paw Patrol are the people in Paw Patrol. So who can tell me one of the characters in Paw Patrol? Destiny? Rocky. So Rocky would be a character in Paw Patrol. Janera, you know one?
It's Sky.
Sky's a character. Sophia?
Chase.
Chase is a character in Paw Patrol. So when you're reading a story, all of those people are characters in a story. So, for instance, I'm trying to think of a story that has somebody. Well, even in Paw Patrol, are the characters in Paw Patrol, are they people? No, they're not people. They're puppies. But they're still the characters because they're the people or the things that the story is about. So, who can remember one of the characters in the story that we just read? Aiden, do you know one of the characters in the story that we just read, The Storm?
Yeah.
Who was it? Give me one of them. Who came into the house and was all wet?
I don't know.
Savannah, help him out. Who came into the house all wet?
His grandpa.
His grandpa. So Pop came into the house and he was all wet. So he was a character in this story. What did he do? What were some of his actions? What did Pop do once he came into the house? What was one of the things he did? Anybody remember something he did while he was there? Aiden?
He let the little boy go to sleep.
Yep, he sat with him while he went to sleep. What else? Anybody remember anything else? Ryan? Nothing? You don't remember anything?
No, but I was just about to tell you about I know a character in Paw Patrol.
You know another character in Paw Patrol? Quickly, tell me. Ryder, okay. So back, Savannah, go ahead. You know another one? Huh? Yes, but now I want you guys to tell me. So we have Pop from the story. What about, who remembers Tim? We had Tim in the story, right? And what about Rip? Rip was another character in our story. So, with that story, I also want to talk to you guys about something called a noun. Who has ever heard of a noun? Not a noun like I'm going to the store now, but a noun. All right, so I want everybody to come off of mute for me because I want you to repeat something. All right, just waiting on Zoe. Zoe, press the button to come off of mute. Janera, press the button. All right, because I want to be able to hear all of you. All right, so with me, I want you guys to say, well, you're going to say it after me. A noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. I didn't hear you. Come on. All right, together. A noun is a person,
person,
place,
place,
thing,
thing,
or animal.
animal.
Very good. So when I tell you to give me a noun, if I showed you a picture of this little boy. So you guys see that little boy? He's a noun. Is he a person, place, thing, or animal? Person. Very good. He is a person. So what about my dog? Is my dog a noun?
Yes.
Yes, because my dog is a what?
Animal.
An animal. Very good. What about my phone? What about my phone? Is my phone a noun? My phone is a noun because my phone is a thing. So a noun can be a person, place, thing, or animal. So my phone is a noun because it's a thing. What about Sophia? Is Sophia a noun?
Yes.
Yes, because she's a what?
Person.
She's a person, so that makes her a noun. What about my car? Is my car a noun? And what is it? Is it a noun because it's a what? A thing. Very good. You guys got this. This is awesome. So, quick video on nouns. So I want you guys to pay attention. Once again, you're going to see it in a second, okay?
This episode of the Kids Block was developed to inspire basic reading and writing skills for preschool children.
Are we all enjoying ourselves?
Yeah!
That's great, because you guys are doing a wonderful job with your spelling. Let's move on to the next lesson. Nouns. Who can tell me what a noun is? Mike, tell me what a noun is.
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
Exactly. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Let's use some examples. Chalkboard, show us the word car. Does anyone know what kind of noun a car is?
I know.
Nick.
A car is a thing.
Correct, Nick. Who else has examples of nouns? Okay, Sandra, give me an example of a noun.
Noun. Person, place, or thing. I have a good one, RT. Nick is a noun because Nick is a thing, like the hairy green monster that lives in my little brother's closet. Ah! I don't want Nick to come live in my closet. No!
Okay, Sandra, almost. You were close. Nick is a noun, but because he's a person, not a thing.
Just joking. I know he's a person. But he still looks like the hairy green monster that lives in my little brother's closet. Ah! I really don't want Nick to come live in my closet. No!
I don't live in her little brother's closet. She does.
back to our lesson. I want to show you more examples of nouns. Professor Punch is a noun because he's a person. Our school is a noun because it's a place. And the piano is a noun because it's a thing. Now, everyone, what are nouns?
Person, place, or thing.
That's right, class, you got it. Chalkboard, show us some more nouns.
You're about to learn nouns on the kids' block. Nouns with me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound. Here to break down the nouns. Say the nouns with me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound. Here to break down the nouns. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Like your home is a place for a gathering. The word home is a noun. Say what? 'Cause that's a place. Hold up, wait. A toy is a noun, 'cause noun is a thing. On Christmas, Santa got nouns to bring. Santa is a noun, 'cause noun is a person. See, now I got your whole brain working. Boys and girls, let me hear you sing. Say, noun is a person, place, or thing. Come on, y'all, a little louder, please. Noun is a person, place, or thing. Everybody say nouns to me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound. Here to break down the nouns. Say the nouns with me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound. Here to break down the nouns. Is a noun. Molly is a noun. A person is a noun. Kids block is a noun. Place is a noun. Go ahead, Sandra. Break it on down.
Soda is a noun, the thing is a noun. I'ma take this noun and drink it on down. Now I hope you got it right. You can use your brain just to reach new height. Boys and girls, let me hear you sing. Say,
Noun is a person, place, or thing.
come on, y'all, a little louder, please.
Noun is a person, place, or thing. Everybody say the nouns with me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound. Here to break down the nouns. Say the nouns with me. It's a person, place, or thing. Check out the sound.
What do I do?
All right, guys. So, did you like that video about nouns? Give me a thumbs up if you like that video. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what a noun is. Awesome. All right, so for today, you guys have 3 Nearpods to complete. So 2 of them actually are based off of our story, The Storm. And then 1 is a really simple one for math, just to go over counting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys leave this meeting so that you can go ahead and get your work started, but I'm not going to close this one out. So I know I said I would leave the other one open, but since I have so many more people on this one, I'm going to leave this one open. So if you need to come back to this meeting anytime between now and 11:30, then you can come back to this meeting and ask me any questions if you get stuck or anything like that, okay? So you can, if you want to, you can go ahead and leave it. But if you need to come back, just click on that same link and I'll still be here, right? Everybody got it? All right, you can go off and get started for today. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8:30. Bye.